Several times over the last few weeks, I've heard people in the Oasis saying, one of the things that really made an impact on me and turned my whole journey of faith around was when you, Pastor Philip, said, give us a year. And I've said that often and I've meant it, but what encourages me is to hear how many people that impacted. And so I thought I would just talk to you about what that means and how that could be important to you. So when I say to people in the church, I don't just say it in January for the calendar year. I just say it often whenever people are there to hear it. So you can start now to make a better life. You can start now to have a faith that is life-changing. And so what I say is, give us a year. First of all, you need to know, I don't say, give me a year. Philip needs a year. I'm not asking you that. I'm just saying, give yourself a year. Give the Oasis a year to go all in. And here's what I notice with people is that many times they have a faith that's inspired. They want to do something. They like what's happening, but they don't give it enough time and effort to make any sense. And you could think of your own analogy, but if you think about weightlifting or getting an exercise, and you say, I'm going to really get myself stronger, and you give it a month or two, you may not see much difference. And so you go, well, this doesn't work. Although it works on people all over the world, it's just not a 6-week journey. And it could be learning a skill or learning an art. And So people don't get results the way we think we could get results in church. So I say, hey, if you really want this, if it really means this to you, give Oasis a year. And what I mean by it is just go all in and listen. What do we say that is so important? What do we ask you to do? So it could be reading with us daily, one chapter in the scripture. It could be serving. We ask everybody, get involved, because Jesus said, if you're going to follow me, you need to be a servant. So we try to provide different ways that you could serve. And so you don't just try it, but you get involved. Because the first day could be good, it could be horrible. But I hated the first day of every job I ever had, and even the first week. And so some of them turned out to be great jobs. And so it's be a part of our connect groups. It's just get to know people rather than just the crowd. Get to know some people. Try to make a difference in someone else's life. And be a giver, tithe. That's the Bible. It tells us that God said, try me in this. And so tithing and honoring God or giving, it's not like you give and then you go home and open the mailbox and, hey, look I hit the jackpot. It's about a lifestyle of honoring God. And so I'll often say, and I'm saying to you, give Oasis a year. That's my challenge. That's my invitation. And at the end of the year, if you don't feel like your faith has grown tremendously, or that you don't know some great people and have built better relationships, or you don't feel like you've felt the presence of God through what you've learned in praise and worship and prayer, then I don't say give up on God. I just say, well, try another church then, because if we're not leading you where you want to go, I'm not trying to talk you into stay. But what I do know is that it takes a genuine heart and effort. The scripture says that God tells us, you draw close to me and I'll draw close to you. And God responds to pursuit, not I'll sit back and check this out and see what I think. I mean, you can do that. And I understand getting to know a pastor or learning to trust a particular church. But whenever you cross that line, then I say, give us a year. And so many people, when they've been willing to give that time and effort, because anybody can do something for a month. Anybody could do something for 3 months. But if you really want it to become part of who you are and part of a genuine expression of your faith and how you live, I believe you can have 1 year after another better each time. But you gotta start out with that first one. So I just invite you today, when you're watching this video, Do you need to know God more? Do you want to see more fruit in your life? Do you want to have a genuine faith in Jesus? Then give us a year. Give us a year and serve, worship, come to church regularly and be in God's presence. Don't just come once a month or once every 2 months and say, well, I tried it for a year. Well, that could turn out to 6 times. I'm talking about really connecting and just see what God could do in your life. I've seen it impact so many people, and I would love to see it impact you.